Last year, I reviewed Blue Sky Studios' breakout hit, Ice Age. I also reviewed its sequels as well. Now, let's talk about their second film, Robots. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 2005 computer animated sci-fi adventure comedy flick Robots, released by Fox, produced by Blue Sky Studios. This being their second film, directed by Chris Wedge and co-directed by Carlos Saldana from a screenplay by David Lindsay Abair, Lowell Gans, and Babalu Mandel, based on a story by Ramita, Jim McLean, and David Lindsay Abair. It features an all-star cast of voices, including Ewan McGregor, Halle Berry, Greg Kinnear, Mel Brooks, Amanda Bynes, Drew Carey, Robin Williams, and a host of others. It follows a robot who seeks out his idol as company in Robot City, only to discover a plot by its new owner and his mother to cheat older robots into buying expensive upgrades. Well, development for this film began in 2000. This was just 2 years, and of course, that was 2 years before Ice Age was even released. When Wedge, along with William Joyce, failed to adapt Joyce's 1993 book Santa Calls into a film and decided to do a story on robots instead. The film opened in March of 2005 and did pretty decent and what have you. I recently watched this film for the first time in years. I hadn't watched this film in years and what have you. I still have my DVD of it. So, if you're ready, let's get started with the story. In a world populated by sentient robots, Rodney Copperbaum, son of Herb and Lydia Copperbaum, is an aspiring young inventor. He idolizes Big Weld, a famous inventor, entrepreneur, and philanthropist whose company, Big Weld Industries, hires other inventors and provides robots with spare parts. Following Big Weld's example to see a need, fill a need. Ronnie develops a small flying robot named Wonderbot to assist his father, who works as a dishwasher at a restaurant. When Herb's supervisor confronts him, Wonderbot malfunctions and wreaks havoc in the kitchen. In an attempt to help Herb pay for the damages, Ronnie decides to move to Robot City, hoping to present Wonderbot to Big World Industries. Upon his arrival, Ronnie is ejected from the company by its current head, Phineas T. Ratchet, who in Big Weld's absence has stopped producing spare parts and inventions in favor of expensive upgrades, thereby outmoding robots who are unable or unwilling to pay for them. Meanwhile, Ratchet's mother, Madame Gasket, runs the Chop Shop, a facility that collects scrap, spare parts, and outmoded robots and recycles them into ingots for upgrades. Ronnie befriends Fender Penwheeler, a ne'er-do-well he met at the train station. Fender takes him to a boarding home populated by other outmodes known collectively as the Rusties. Word of Ronnie's mechanical prowess spreads, and he is hailed as a local hero after he and the Rusties fix outmodes throughout the neighborhood, although they are eventually unable to cope with the demand due to the spare parts shortage. Hoping to enlist Big Weld's help, Ronnie and Fender infiltrate the Big Weld Ball, where Big Weld usually makes an appearance, only for Ratchet to announce that Big Weld will not attend. Enraged, Rodney publicly berates Ratchet, who orders his security team to eliminate him. Cappy, a Big Weld Industries executive, opposed to Ratchet's plans, rescues Rodney and Fender. Fender is captured by a sweeper, a chop shop refused collection vehicle, where he discovers Gasket and Ratchet's plan to use a fleet of super sweepers to collectively scrap and smelt every outmode in the city. Meanwhile, Ronnie and Cappy fly to Big Weld's mansion where they eventually find Big Weld and tell him what has been going on. Big Weld reveals Ratchet's greed and business sense dwarfed his idealism in the management of Big Weld Industries, leading to his resignation, and tells Ronnie and Cappy to leave. Crushed, Ronnie calls his parents and plans to return to Rivet Town. Herb encourages Ronnie to fight for his dreams, or he will spend the rest of his life regretting it like Herb did. Fender returns upon escaping from the chop shop and reveals Ratchet and Gasket's plot. Ronnie rallies Cappy and the Rusties to stop them. They are joined by Big Weld, who has regained his resolve after Ronnie helped him realize how much his ideals meant to himself. Now, for the final act and ending, as always, you know the procedure. You have 5 seconds to stop this video. Go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below as I count down. If you've seen the movie already, please continue. Okay, you've been warned. The groom returns to Big Weld Industries where Big Weld fires Ratchet, who ultimately knocks him unconscious, planning on recycling him as well. Ronnie, Cappy, and Wonderbots rescue Big Weld from Ratchet and escape with the Rusties in a security vehicle with Ratchet close behind. Ronnie unclips Ratchet's vehicle to break free, but their vehicle loses control in front of the chop shop, and Big Weld is rolled inside. Ronnie upgrades the Rusties to rescue Big Weld. Ronnie, Cappy, and the Rusties, alongside an army of Outmodes that Ronnie had repaired earlier, battle Ratchet, Gasket, and their army of workers. Ronnie and Big Weld immobilize the Super Sleepers and defeat Ratchet, who accidentally kills Gasket by knocking her into the incinerator while trying to escape. Ratchet is accidentally stripped of his upgrades and left chained to the ceiling with his father. Taking back control of Big Weld Industries, Big Weld promises to make spare parts available to everyone. Later, he holds a public ceremony in Rivet Town, where he nominates Ronnie as his new second-in-command and eventual successor. Ronnie provides Herb with new replacement parts and a flugelhorn-like instrument to fulfill his dream of being a musician. After a shaky start, Herb leads Ronnie, Cappy, and the Rusties, plus Big Weld and the townspeople, in a rousing rendition of James Brown's Get Up Off of That Thing. And boy, let me tell you, it turned out to be a good performance and finale. End of story. So, what did I think of Robots? Well, I'm going to say this is easily an underrated film by Blue Sky, in my opinion. I liked it. Anyway, this was an amazing film. It got good reviews and what have you. The film went on to make 262 million worldwide. It currently sits at 64% on Rotten Tomatoes with a fresh ranking, saying that the film delights on a visual level, but the story feels like it came off an assembly line. Now, the Chicago Sun-Times, where its legendary reviewer Roger Ebert said that this is a movie that is a joy to behold entirely apart from what it is about. It looks happy, and more to the point, it looks harmonious. Empire magazine said kids will love it and their adult companions will be warmly entertained, but it's far from a computer animated classic. The Guardian says this film skillfully combines adult and kids comedy, but for all the imaginative splendors and a sharp script, Robots is never quite as distinctive as Ice Age. And Common Sense Media says it's endearing follow your dream story with plenty of laughs. Anywho, the film actually won an ASCAP award in the category of top box office films, as well as receiving 2 Annie Awards and 2 Kids' Choice Awards nominations. It even got nominated for a Teen Choice Award and a Visual Effects Society Award as well. Anyway, I agree. I feel the story is fine and what have you as is. It has a lot of fun moments and what have you. Now I liked the direction Chris Wedge gave to us. Now, following its release, Wedge and Joyce has expressed interest in doing a sequel, but well, in the light of the release the Snyder Cut movement and the closure of Blue Sky Studios, a movement to release a director's cut of the film has gained traction. See, a proposed director's cut was first mentioned on the film's original DVD audio commentary, where Wedge went on that there would be alternate takes in certain scenes and Cappy would have been more fleshed out, or something like that. Anyway, yeah. The film also got a score released by Fox Music and Very Saraband. The music was done by John Powell, and it was very good. An actual soundtrack also came out, released on Virgin Records. Now, some of its songs actually did got included, but maybe not a whole lot. But anyway, I think robots have very good score and soundtrack as well. Now, as for our voice acting cast, though, I love the performances we got from everyone. Ewan McGregor, whom later that same year would return as young Obi-Wan Kenobi in Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith, did the voice of Rodney. And I'm going to say he did a very good job, which actually, when this film was released, the the new trailer for Revenge of the Sith was actually shown with it. Of course, the film also included a sneak preview of Ice Age The Meltdown, which would be released the following year. Now, voicing Cappy is Halle Berry, and she's really good. Robin Williams does the voice of Fender, and he's just absolutely crazy and what have you. He's still pretty good, though, even though he's no longer with us. May he rest in peace. Oh, which reminds me, I forgot to mention, as I usually forget to mention my schedule videos, schedule is subject to change, but it looks like I'll have something coming up real soon. I'm going to be doing a TV log on the show that made Robin Williams a household name in the instant celebrity, Mork and Mindy. I almost forgot to include that in my schedule, but you will get a TV log on that later on this month, I promise. Voicing Big Weld is Mel Brooks. Yes, you know who that is. The guy who gave us Blazing Saddles, Young Frankenstein, Spaceballs. Yeah. Greg Kinnear voices Ratchet, and I'm going to say he's a pretty good villain. Jim Broadbent, yes, you heard me correctly, voices Madame Gasket. Wow, incredible. Amanda Bynes plays Piper, and I'm going to say she's very good in her performance, as much as I liked her in What a Girl Wants a couple of years before this. Drew Carey voices the character Crank Casey. He's a pretty good character. Jennifer Coolidge voices the character of Aunt Fanny, well, in the US version, but known as Aunt Fan in the UK release. Harlan Williams voices the character of Lugnut, or Lug for short. But there's lots of other voices, including, let's see, Stanley Tucci voicing Ronnie's dad Herb, and Diane Weist as Lydia. Chris Wedge does the vocal effects of Wonderbot. And there's a host of others, including Natasha Lyonne, Paul Giamatti, Dan Hedaya, Jay Leno. Oh, let me tell you, the list goes on. So anyway, I liked Robots. I don't care what y'all think. I mean, this film's pretty good and what have you. It has great characters, a pretty good story, a great score, and great songs and what have you. And the animation isn't too bad. While it may not come close to being as good as Ice Age, but nevertheless, it still proved to be a fun movie. But would I recommend the film? I'd say sure, go ahead, give it a try. Your kids will like robots as well. I think it's a fun movie. After revisiting it, it's still as fun as I remembered. So what did you think of robots? Let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you my TV log of the animated series Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, consider checking out my reviews for these other animated films. In the upper left hand corner is my review of Blue Sky's first ever animated hit, and that, of course, was Ice Age from 2002. Or go to the upper right hand corner and see my review of the Peanuts movie, another Blue Sky film from 2015. Or if you would like a different kind of film but from a different studio, no problem. Go to the bottom left hand corner and see my spoiler free review of the more recent Disney Pixar film Elemental, which came out this past summer. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying see ya.